Hello, welcome to Working Dragon Mystic, where we discuss real, metaphysical, and occult knowledge so that you can manifest real and tangible change in your life. This week, we're continuing our series on the Goetia, and we're going to be talking about the spirit Paimon, so stay tuned. Okay, so continuing our series on the entities of the Goetia. We are up to number 9, and yes, we are still going in order, which brings us to King Paimon, or Paimon. Most people will say Paimon insists that you always call him King Paimon. And I'll be honest, when I first started with Paimon, I was very, very particular in doing that. Though he often encouraged me not to. He seemed a lot more laid back than people presented it. So these days he has me just refer to him as Paimon. So I do, and we are more on a friendly first name basis, which I enjoy. Okay, so let's get into this spirit. Let's cover some of the info we normally do, and of course I'll talk to you about my personal workings with him a little bit. So, what does Paimon look like? We always want to start these with a bit of description to know who we're talking about. Paimon is often seen as a tan or bronze-skinned man riding atop a dromedary. Alright, I got some people looking at me. What's a dromedary? Well, simply put, a dromedary is a single-humped camel. Okay, there we go. Wearing a crown with a host of spirits before him with trumpets and other musical instruments, often heralding in his arrival. This, honestly, in my experience, has been true. Every time I've seen Paimon, definitely very tan, bronze skin color. Well-dressed, very well-dressed. In fact, one kingly dressed is easily a way to put this. So it's very easy to see why people do insist on calling him a king. And yes, with a host of spirits of trumpets and musical instruments welcoming him in. And almost every time he's got the camel. Not gonna lie, that camel's there. I do remember a time or two there was no camel. But the dromedary or camel is often accompanying him. And I'll be honest, if I had a camel to cruise around on, I probably would. Alright, within the Goetia, Paimon is at the rank of king, which you probably figured it out at the way we started this video. The metal associated with Paimon is gold. The planet associated with Paimon is the sun. The color, of course, is going to be yellow. And the element associated with Paimon is water. I'll admit, when I got to the elemental association that threw me, the way everything went gold, sun, yellow, I was expecting water, or fire, not water. I was not expecting water. But here Paimon is associated with water. And that is largely due to the emotional abilities of his and music, the way music does tend to flow. Music is often associated with air too, but and I have seen some people list him as an air or fire. This just seems to be the most common one that I find listed. So we are going with the most common associations again. Remember that. Now, before we get to talking about what it is Paimon can do to help you with, let's go ahead and give you his sigil, which we'll throw up right here on the screen. So with that, now, areas that I and other magicians commonly reach out to Paimon for is, one of the big ones that a lot of people utilize is to cause confusion in a named individual. This can actually help you if someone's giving you some trouble or causing problems, and they seem to have too much time on their hands that they're overly focused on you. Causing a bit of confusion can help them forget about you, as it were. But you can also cause confusion in an opponent or a competitor or the like to help you secure a position or secure a contract different ways. You can utilize this ability for confusion in many, many ways, getting creative. Improve skill in musical composition and performance. So for those musicians out there or those interested in taking up a musical talent, Paimon is a wonderful resource to help you learn to utilize and to learn and grow as a musician. Note, he will help you grow. He will help you learn. Do not think that you're going to petition Paimon and he's just going to tap you on the head and make you a famous rock star. It doesn't work that way. Contrary to Hollywood and pop media's concept and view on working with demons, they're not a genie's lamp, they don't grant wishes, and they're not just going to make you a successful rock star overnight for no reason. If you're not willing to do the work, they're not going to waste their time to help you. End of story. So make sure you are prepared to put in some time practicing and put the work in to learn your musical abilities. Next is make a person you name more easily influenced during a conversation. Honestly, this to me, I think, is possibly the one most people go to Paimon with. Because if you're trying to get a job, work with Paimon. He can help you influence the interviewer to make sure you get the job. Trying not to get fired, got yourself in trouble? Paimon can help you talk your way out of it. The ability to make someone more influenced in a conversation to see your side. This is not taking their free will away. Be aware of that. You are not taking their free will away. You are only making it easier for them to see your point of view. So you better pick your words carefully. You better handle the situation well. And you better not be a jerk as you approach it. Believe me. And they will. If I've seen people do this in dating scenarios where they hope to put their best foot forward and get a good chance of impressing the individual. I understand that. I don't necessarily fully agree with it, but I understand it. Here's the thing, and this is why I say understand it. Yes, you're going to influence them during the conversation. They're going to see the best you that you can present. But if you're a jerk, you're absolutely not their cup of tea, that's not going to do anything for you. They still like what they like. End of story. And respect that. We all have different preferences. We all have different tastes. We all like different people for different reasons. I am sure there are a lot of people out there who is 6'2", fedora wearing guy who dresses all in black and talks about the occult all the time is the biggest turnoff on the planet. However, there are plenty of ladies and gents out there who think I'm their cup of tea, and I'm flattered, drastically flattered. And of course, I have my preferences. But I'm off the market. I'm married. Sorry, ladies. Those things, this ability will not counter. Be aware of that. You still have to be you. Again, another area where this influence comes in is to improve reputation and standing in areas of commerce and profession. Again, he can help you with your profession or with business and influence your reputation to build it and lift it up, which is a wonderful, wonderful thing when you are building a business or you're trying to make your way working for a promotion and the like. Great way to handle it. This particular one is also good for helping you not lose your job if you did something stupid. Because if you have a good reputation, they're viewing you in a good light, even if it's suddenly for no reason, they're going to be less likely to can you. I've seen a lot of people save themselves from a pink slip because of this. But my general rule to anyone is don't do something stupid to get yourself fired. Build your reputation. Make yourself a valuable asset to wherever you work. Or if you are self-employed, build your reputation. Make sure you have a rock solid foundation. Stand behind your work. Stand behind your word so that people know they can trust you and your branding. Paimon is also fantastic at helping design a plan of action to help you make things manifest in your life. Paimon is a great planner and tactician when planning out what it is you're trying to manifest. Even if you don't normally view it under his umbrella, Again, people try to limit entities too much. Most of these entities, if you picked one, you get along with them, they can help you with anything. When we say areas they're good in, that's more specialties. But one of his specialties is planning, and he can really help you build a roadmap to help you achieve your goals. But, again, you're going to have to put in the work. Don't think he's just going to grant you a wish and poof, you get what you want. You're going to have to put in the work. And of course, next we've got can help with emotional issues development and understanding. This is a big one, and this is definitely why a lot of people associate him with water. If you are dealing with emotional issues, if you are underdeveloped emotionally in certain areas, or if you are seeking an understanding of emotions and what you're feeling, Paimon is your man. He can help you, and he has been a tremendous help to me understanding my emotions. I have had a lot of emotion pent up issues throughout my life for different reasons, and Paimon is one who has greatly helped me understand them, as well as Torgra. Many of you know I do dragon magic, and Torgra is an entity that's helped. Paimon was there for me and has helped me to grow, develop, and understand my emotions as well as those around me. I do actually find questioning Paimon on understanding and gaining insight to other people's emotions is actually quite valuable. It helps me to see their side of things, help me get their point of view. And I think if we understand multiple point of views, we can reach the best goal and resolution for everybody. Now, you all love that I have been including uns in these videos, and we will continue that. So, Paimon's un, and I'll make sure it's up here on the screen so you don't have to just trust my pronunciation of it, is Linan Tasa Jadan Paimon. Linan Tasa Jadan Paimon. Linan Tasa Jadan Paimon. Pretty simple. Alright. Now, what has my experience with Paimon personally been over the years? Well, we touched on it a little. I have sought his help understanding me and my emotions, especially when I'm doing shadow work. Things will come up that I'm being confronted with it. Maybe I don't fully understand what I'm being exactly confronted with, but I know this is something I have to work on, so I do go to Paimon and I ask him questions, and I seek his guidance so that I can get through those emotional issues that come up during shadow working. He does actually always appear, as I mentioned, in kind of an Arabian style clothing and appearance. I seek his advice and guidance a lot in my professional life with building my business and my career, and I also seek his advice, understanding in ways that I can build my reputation, so that you got so many people in this world that will attack you because either they just disagree with you, some people say they're jealous of your success. I don't know if that's necessarily it, but people will come at you for any myriad of reasons, and you've done nothing wrong. As Paimon has taught me, your reputation, a true reputation that you can stand behind and build, that is a reputation that is impenetrable by those needless darts that people are throwing. That is one thing I have often sought his counsel on, is reputation. I do view myself as a respectful and honorable person, and I try to treat people that way. And I hold myself to account with my code of honor, and I hope that comes through quite often. And I do take my reputation, at least with the people I work with, very seriously, and those who know me know me. And because of that, when people come up and try to badmouth me, they don't believe it. They know that's not me. They know who Drake is, and that is invaluable. It really is. I have worked with Paimon to help my clients develop musical skills. Music's not something really that I've ever gotten into since I've been doing magic. There was a time in my life where I tried to pick up a guitar. I just never had the patience for it. I've wondered if working with Paimon I couldn't do that now. But honestly, I have so many other things on the table with running this channel. Don't know if I'll ever have the free time. We will see with that. But he has been able to help my clients quite a bit. Now, another thing that he has pointed out to my clients when it comes to music, because so many people come to me, I want to be a famous musician, violinist, saxophone player, rapper, you name it, it's been asked. And they want to be an overnight billionaire success. It's not going to work that way. It is not. And for a multitude of reasons. First off, you've got to put in an amount of work to gain and develop your skill. He can make you develop them easier. He can make it easier for you to understand the music, to pick it up, and to develop it. You still have to actually do the work to actually flex those muscles and gain an active understanding of those things. Then there's the secondary problem. Music is actually very, very subjective. You have to be able to understand what you're writing, what you're producing, even if you find it to be good, even if a lot of people find it to be good to their ear, and you are playing good music, doesn't mean people want to pay to hear it. This is a disconnect. Just because music is good doesn't mean people want to hear it. You actually have to find an audience, and that's something that no amount of practice is actually going to help with. Music is one of those things that helps us to understand life, and it speaks to our soul. And when you present music, it should touch a person in some way like that. And you have to be able to do that to be a successful performer or music artist. And if you take the shortcut and you expect to just be an overnight success, you're not going to do it. You are not going to do it. And Paimon will not help you to just lazily jump into something that you don't fully understand. So yeah, you're going to have to put in the work. Again, I say it over and over. These entities are not genies. There is no magic lamp. They do not grant wishes. You are responsible for you and your work. They will help you on your path. They will help you develop your talents and your skills. But you still have to do the work. And that is one of the things he does drive home a lot when people do come to me seeking an assistance in developing their musical talents. Now that said, for those who truly have a love of music and they're truly trying to develop their talents, he has been fantastic in helping them. And I've seen some of the most beautiful guitar and violin music coming from people who have worked with Paimon in order to develop their skills and talents. So if you are interested in music and playing music and love music, definitely reach out to Paimon. Fantastic entity. Also, if you're in your professional life, you're wanting help building your reputation or swaying things, so that might go a little better for you in your particular deals, also a great entity to reach out to and work with. I encourage it. He's very, very friendly. He's very loving. I guess loving might not be the word. I found him to be pleasant, fun-loving. He's almost jolly. He's always very whimsical in his approach. He's just good. He's fun to be around. Those people, you meet them, they're just always kind of this bright light in the room. They just make you feel good about yourself, and the conversation's always uplifting. That's Paimon. That is always how I've found Paimon. And there's times when I don't need anything. I just love to sit down and have a cup of coffee and talk with him because he is so uplifting in so many different ways. All right. I hope you've enjoyed this quick summary of Paimon, which it's been a little long. And I hope you enjoy the correspondences we gave and my experiences with Paimon that I've shared. And I would encourage you to reach out, contact Paimon, and have a conversation with him. And if you're interested in music, get his help to help you develop that skill a bit more. Until next time, I'm Drake. This has been Working Dragon Mystic. See you next time. Bye-bye.